Sorry about that. You guys can hear me okay now?
Yeah.
Sure. Coach, tough loss, obviously. From your perspective, what went wrong?
We had an opportunity to finish the game in the fourth quarter. We talked about it all week, that this game would go down to the fourth quarter. Last 2 seasons we played USC, whether it was here at home, it got into the fourth quarter, and we had a lead, and we didn't finish the game. And you got to give them credit. They made the plays they needed to make. We did not, whether it was on offense, defense, or special teams. So you have to give those guys credit. And I think going forward, I told our football team that we got to grow from this moment because when you get an opportunity like this, they're very difficult to find. And you put yourself in this position, and you got 3 or 4 minutes left in the game, and you couldn't close it out. And so that's what we got to work on going forward.
Craig.
Thanks, Coach. Appreciate the time. Hey, 258 yards rushing, 4 turnovers. You've got to be shaking your head thinking we got to win this game with those stats.
You would hope, but here again, the thing I've learned about college football, they can score at any moment. And, we had an opportunity defensively to get off the field a couple times, and we don't do it. And we gave their offense life, and they've got some talented players over there, have a very talented quarterback, and they were able to make the plays. And that was the game, really. I mean, really in the fourth quarter, with about 4 minutes left, we had multiple chances to get off the field defensively, special teams wise. I mean, you have an onside kick and they recover it, and then they score. I mean, we had a chance to obviously field the onside kick. We weren't able to do that as well. So I just think we're going to grow from this, hopefully, and put it behind us and get ready to play next week.
Colin.
Coach, what do you say to the guys in the locker room when they are sitting there trying to process what exactly happened after playing 57 minutes of pretty good football?
Yeah, and that's what I told them. We have to learn how to finish. And we played a lot of young guys today, and you could see the nerves for some of them at the receiver position. I thought the runners ran pretty well, to be quite honest. And I thought our offensive line did a nice job of creating some lanes for running. For the most part, I thought Jaden did some things with his legs, extended some plays, but we didn't get enough out of our passing game, per se. And I think that's what we have to build on. We lost Frank early in the game and played with a lot of guys with not a lot of experience, but they're going to grow from this.
Jesse.
Hey, Coach, on a more positive note, your running backs were really good today. Just what did you make of their performances?
I was pleasantly surprised, but really not really, in the fact that we felt like when we recruited these young men, if we gave them an opportunity to run the football, which they were presented to today, that they would play well. And they were nervous this week as well. Hadn't played, in college football, and then you play against a team like USC in the Coliseum. So I visited with them this week and told them to relax and talk to them before the game, and they did a nice job of running the ball.
Oh,
Coach, from a defensive standpoint, when things went well for you, what do you think were the keys there, and how did everything turn around adversely in the fourth quarter?
Well, we got off the field. We were able to pressure the quarterback some. We got one tip ball in the end zone, and we tip it in the air and they catch it. The last touchdown, we're in pretty good coverage, and we don't make the play. We're in position to make the play, and we did not do that. The drive going to set that up was we were in a coverage where one of our guys fell down and they hit a big pass play on us. So I just think there were multiple opportunities where we had an opportunity to close the game out defensively. We just fell a little short.
Chris.
Herm, you had a couple guys have some cramping, and then you had some guys get banged up, Jack Jones and DeAndre Pierce not being out there on that key play. You had Keywan Markham in the game. I just wanted to get your thoughts about having some guys get banged up, and then also just kind of what happened on that play, and maybe why Ashard Crosswell also maybe wasn't out there.
Well, I think, we had a coverage that we felt very comfortable running. It's nothing unusual for us. And you get some guys banged up. I mean, you got to play with the guys that are out there. And you're right. Jack was down for a little while, and we had to do something at the corner position. And the safeties was kind of rotated in and out. And Markham was in really good shape. He just went for it with the wrong hand. He went for it with the right hand instead of the left hand. And it was a great throw. I mean, the throw was right on time on fourth down situation. If you break that up, we get the ball and probably can milk the clock and win it, but that was not the case.
Doug.
As far as finishing games, your defense is, you have some veterans over there. What goes into that? I mean, they were in that position last year. Is that something that they should have down by now, or is it something that they still have to kind of go through the trials and tribulations of?
Well, I hope not. I just think you got to make the plays. You guys watched the game. It wasn't like we weren't in position to make the plays. It's just you have to make them when they present themselves, and that's football. You get an opportunity to make a play. We dropped the interception early in the game, right? And they scored off that. So, I mean, just when you get opportunities, and we talk about it all the time, when you get an opportunity, you can't let it get away because you never know how that's going to affect the next series of plays. So we had some golden opportunities to make some plays defensively, and we did not do that. And we'll grow from it, and we'll continue to try to improve from going forward.
Hunter.
Hey, Coach, how do you improve the coverage on the onside kick, or do you kind of just ignore that as kind of a fluky thing? How do you stop that?
We go over that in practice all the time, and lo and behold, my first year here, they kicked one, and we recovered it. This year, we don't recover. So it's not like we didn't have our hands team out there. Everyone knew that they were going to try to onside kick, and took a good bounce, and it was a hard bounce, and kicked off one of our guys' hands, and they made the play.
2 more questions. Adam.
Hey, Coach. We didn't really know what to expect out of the running backs from this game, but could you speak a little bit about Rashad's performance and also Diamante with those 2 touchdowns?
Well, Diamante's a little bit of a bruiser. Rashad is a little bit of a smooth runner, but I thought they were both very effective. And that's a positive note offensively for us to be able to run the ball like that first time out. And so I think, as they continue to play, they'll get better. I think we'll improve offensively as well, especially in the passing part of it. The run part of it, we did a nice job. Now, I think when the passing part catches up, we'll have an offense that can score points.
Last question, Nick.
Herm, I know you'd been talking about, you didn't know what to expect, what today was actually going to be like. What was the experience having no fans out there for you?
It was interesting. The energy that was given by both sides, their sideline energy, our sideline as well. It's a little bit of when the game first starts, you don't know how to get involved in it. But then once you start playing the game, then you start coaching and the players start playing. And it's sad to see that there's no fans allowed because fans bring energy to any building that you're in. This one wasn't the case here. It was pretty empty. Coliseum, I didn't know it was that big. I haven't been in there too many times when fans weren't in there, but we got through it. And I think it was a competitive football game. It's just a shame that at the end, we didn't make a couple plays to close it out.
All right. Thank you, Coach.
Okay, thank you, guys.